My account is down. Welcome back to this week's review. So guys, this video is about the week ending December and the first week of January. If you remember, the last video I made on weekly review was the video I exposed why I did not get the payout, which was a very bad experience to be sincere. So after I realized that I'm not going to get the payout, my psychology has never been the same because I know money is somewhere waiting for me and I cannot touch it. It is just an ugly experience to be frank with you. So since then, my psychology has been in disarray and that affected my trading also because coming into this week, I was really looking forward to make profits in 2 different days so that I can complete that minimum trading day. But that did not happen. In fact, the account is down to about 0.6%, meaning I'm not getting the payout now. Just like the payout has been postponed. Ugly experience. So I took a couple of trades. The first trade I took was on the 23rd of December. That first trade I told you guys. That trade was on AUDJPY. The trade eventually hit stop loss. After a couple of days, the trade finally hit stop loss after being in profit. So the trade hit stop loss. And the second trade I took was on silver, which I shouldn't have taken the trade. It was just a quick one, which quick ones are not part of the plan. That's why I said I shouldn't have taken that trade. It was just a quick one. I saw an opportunity on silver. I took the trade. That was on the 24th of December. The trade was actually playing out well. I think I went about $40 profit. I broke even. You know how volatile gold is right now. So I went break even on that trade and the trade reversed and took me out. I lost about 1 point something dollars, which is break even. And the third trade I took was on the 29th of December on AUDJPY, and the trade hit stop loss. And that trade I lost about $40 on that trade. So in general, I lost about 50 something dollars. The first trade was $13 loss. The second one was 1 point something dollars, and the third one was $40. So in total, I lost about 50 something dollars, meaning I am down. I was up $148. So if you remove the 50 something dollars, I'm back to I think 90 something dollars, 97 thereabout. That amount cannot even qualify me for the payout. So I still need to continue trading. Then I took another trade which I'm still holding. That trade is on AUDJPY long. I'm still holding that trade. The trade is in profit. I'm going to put the screenshot or the screen recording somewhere here. You will see that trade. We are in profit. Although when I took the trade, the AUD did not move at all. It was just ranging. On Friday, it took off and we are in profit. I hope the volatility continues on Monday. Maybe we'll just tag the fair value gap and we'll make profit from that trade. So if that trade is take profit is going to be a good one, then I will have 1 day left to complete this challenge. So I'm going to show you the trade on my journal and I will show you the AUD trade on TradingView. After that, I will show you the plan I have, basically the playbook I have for 2026. That is going to guide me and make me disciplined while trading the forex market. So let's go to my screen and I will show you. So guys, this is my trading journal. This trade on the 23rd of December was a trade I was holding. You can see it here. the trade I was holding, I took this trade when I realized I was not getting a payout. Then I took this trade, but I ended up losing the trade after having about 70 something dollars profit. I ended up losing this trade. So after that, I took this trade on silver. This trade, I should not have taken this trade. You can see that I did not follow my rules. This trade was taken on the 15 minutes time frame. I shouldn't have taken the trade. I saw that the gold was running higher and I saw an opportunity. I took the trade. The trade went into profit, about 40 something dollars profit. I had to break even the trade so that I will not lose money. You know, gold and silver have been very, very volatile. I had to take my stop loss to the entry point to prevent losing money on that trade, and the trade hit me out and continued moving higher. So you can see it's a break-even trade, just $1 loss, which is not too bad. Then the second trade I took was this AUD JPY trade on the 29th of December. You can already see it was a losing trade. It was a bullish setup on the 4-hour time frame, fair value gap during the London Q zone loss. I followed my rule, but not every time you follow your rule that you are going to make profit. Sometimes you follow your rule and you still lose the trade. This is exactly what happened. I followed my rule and I lost this trade. But notwithstanding, I'm still bullish on AUD JPY. This is the second trade I took. So basically this week I took 2 trades plus this trade I was holding, making it 3. That trade, the one I lost about $13, made it 3 trades that occurred. This one, you know, I was holding it and the trade closed this week, so I'm just counting it. Focus. So although I have additional trade running, that trade is on AUD JPY. The journal is not here. It's actually on my new journal. This journal is for 2025. I have a new journal that I've started working on. That is going to be the journal that will be using this 2026. So the trade I'm holding is there. I will not show you that for now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the playbook that I will be using this 2026. So guys, this is the playbook that I will be using this 2026. You can see the model, precision gap method. The idea that price will mitigate a fair value gap, respect the fair value gap, and run towards the opposite direction or towards the immediate draw. So this is basically the idea behind this name, the precision gap method, which I'll be using. It is a fair value gap based strategy. That is what I'll be using this 2026. So guys, this playbook is actually divided into 3 parts. I have the model, which is the strategy, the risk management, and the psychological part of it. So putting all of them together, I have this playbook. You can see here it is about 7 pages long. This is what I'll be using to trade this 2026. Hopefully, if I employ this properly, I'm going to see great results, more than what I saw last year. I used this last year, but I did not actually utilize it properly. But now I have added some things that is going to make the strategy even more stronger. I just wanted to show you this. This is what I'll be using to trade 2026. So guys, this is my trading view, and this is AUD JPY. If you can see here, AUD JPY. So I've been bullish on AUD JPY. You can see how we've been moving up. This is my target, this fair value gap here. You see this fair value gap with a magnet. You can see how we've been moving. This was a swing high. You can see that we took our liquidity and we dropped back. And you can see price moved up again towards this swing point. At this time, I was looking at, okay, price is not, at this time I was looking at this movement up. And I said, okay, price is not willing to continue lower despite making this indecision candle. And we have this week printing bullish. I knew that the subsequent week is also going to print bullish to completely close above this swing high, making it a market structure break. So this was the idea, and you can see that we really moved up. We closed, the subsequent week also closed, and we have this fair value gap here. You can see how price came into it. From here, this is the kind of place I like to take my entries from. Then you can see how we respected the fair value gap and we push up. At this point, the momentum is very high and we're looking to move into this fair value gap. Then you can see how this week also moved towards the fair value gap and closed. This week was basically because of the festive season. You can see how weak the price action is. This is actually an indecision candle. So hopefully next week we should be seeing the candle push into this fair value gap and don't know, reject or continue. So if we go into the daily time frame, we can actually see how price traded down, moved up aggressively, created a fair value gap, and you can see how we triggered that fair value gap with this candle. This is institutional order flow entry drill. You can see that we continued moving higher and ranging. We are currently ranging here, and this is where this is the area I took the trade, and you can see how ridiculous the price action is. If I take you to the 4-hour time frame, you will see more of the price action there. So on the 4-hour time frame, the trade that I took a loss of about $40, this is where I took that loss from. You can see I took the trade and we moved up to this point and we came back again. The trade took me out about $40. I lost about $40 there. Then you can see that we started to show signs of moving up. We created the fair value gap. We came into it, but did not actually respect it. Then we had this liquidity sweep. Price moved up, came back again, and we just started to play around. This is where I took the trade, this fair value gap. I took the trade, and you can see how we ranged and then we pushed up aggressively towards this fair value gap, taking out this high, created a fair value gap, and you can see price traded back into this fair value gap before the week closed. And you can see this is the last candle that closed the week, showing intention to continue pushing higher. Probably when the market opens, we should see continuation towards this fair value gap. So this is the idea behind this AUD-JPY trade. AUD is quite bullish against the JPY, and you can see that everything. Let me show you the JPY basket so that you understand where I am actually getting the insight from. You can see this is the yen basket. See, the same messy price action that we saw on AUD-JPY is also here, but as you can see, price is actually building liquidity, which is going to be target next week. So next week I expect to see price come towards these lows, take them out, and continue moving towards the overall swing low. So if this happens, then we are going to have the opportunity of seeing price going into that weekly fair value gap on AUD-JPY. So guys, you have seen the trade I took. I'm going to hold the AUD-JPY trade till next week. Hopefully we'll get movement. So I also showed you the playbook that I have for 2026. 2026, I'm going to be very, very disciplined. I'm going to try as much as possible to avoid the little things that hinder traders from seeing significant growth in their journey. So the P&L for the week, I'm going to post it here, and I'm also going to post the running trade here so that you guys will see. Thank you guys for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe, like the video, leave a comment so that we engage. See you next week.